Vielen Dank für die Eröffnung unserer kleinen Zeremonie. Vielen Dank für die Musik. Dear Lloyd, I welcome my predecessor in office, Christine Lambrecht, Ambassador Smith, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered here today to honor an extraordinary statesman, a true ally, and a trusted friend of Germany, the former United States Secretary of Defense, Lloyd James Austin III. Mr. Secretary Lloyd, welcome in Berlin, welcome in the Bendler Block. It is my great privilege to award you the Grand Cross of the Order of Merit on behalf of the Federal Republic of Germany. With this honor, we recognize your outstanding personal dedication to strengthening the relations between our two nations. Since taking office in January 21, you have worked tirelessly to deepen the partnership between the United States and Germany. Under your leadership, the cooperation between our armed forces reached a new level of trust, intensity, and strategic importance. Lloyd, I still have vivid memories of our first meeting right here. It was my first day in office. I just took my oath a couple of hours before. I came here, you arrived, and it was a very polite discussions of course, because you are a very polite person. But anyway, it was about providing Leopard tanks to Ukraine. And you remember, everybody does, that the decision was not yet made, not even in sight. So we took our discussions, and 24 hours later in Ramstein, I could announce that I will check how many Leopards we could maybe provide as a first step of doing more for support Ukraine. So I very much remember our first meeting here. You visited Berlin just a few hours after I took office. You were the first counterpart I welcomed here at the Federal Ministry of Defense. I suppose everyone here can imagine I was feeling a little flustered as I had yet to find my bearings in my new role. But I quickly realized we have a real, true ally in you. I have a friend in you and somebody I can really trust. We have met multiple times since that first encounter. You understand the exceptional relationship and responsibility of our countries. We could always count on you and on your words. And we shared a common goal. We wanted to take US-German relations to a new level for our common security and defense. This goal ensured that we had full agendas at each of our meetings. Lloyd, you recognized time and again the essential role of Germany as a reliable ally and as a cornerstone of European security. Moreover, you underpinned this awareness with concrete decisions. Allow me to mention just a few. You decided to halt the planned reduction of US troops in Germany. Moreover, you ensured that the permanent US military presence on German soil was not only preserved but expanded. This was a decisive signal for our trust, for your trust, and a demonstration of America's enduring commitment to European security. After Russia invaded Ukraine, you were at the forefront of the international response. You not only brought the Ukraine Defense Contact Group into being, you also chose to convene its meetings at Ramstein Air Base in Germany. This has turned Ramstein into the nerve center of international coordination in support of Ukraine and into a symbol of transatlantic solidarity. You also pushed US-German cooperation in new strategic domains to new levels. Thanks to your initiative, US-German defense cooperation now extends into critical future-oriented fields such as cyber defense and space security. Thanks to you, our nations have cooperated closely and confidently in those areas. When Germany launched the European Sky Shield Initiative, you personally championed the delivery of the Arrow 3 system to Germany. Navigating the complexities of the US interagency process, we know both of us what we're talking about, you ensured that the necessary licenses were granted on time. In doing so, you made a vital contribution to Europe's air and missile defense. There really is no need for further proof. Like few others, you continuously sought to close ranks with Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, the US-German relationship has repeatedly proven its strengths in times of both crisis and opportunity. Today, we are facing a world that is changing rapidly. A world marked by geopolitical shifts, economic uncertainty, and global challenges like climate change, cyber threats, and the rise of authoritarianism. Many of the assumptions that underpinned US and German foreign policies for decades are shifting. And it has been clear for years the US is shifting its focus to other world regions. We talked about that frequently. However, the transatlantic partnership is not a relic of the past. It is a necessity for the future and of outstanding importance. Europe and Germany, no doubt about that, must step up and become more relevant and active partners for the United States. The transatlantic relationship must evolve to reflect new realities while preserving what binds us together: democracy, the rule of law, and the common cause for freedom. The future of the transatlantic alliance will be defined by our ability to lead together. But it will be equally defined by our ability to listen to and to learn from each other. And this is never a one-way street. With this in mind, Secretary Austin made strong contributions to fostering our transatlantic relations. He highlighted the shared values and common security interests that form the basis of our strong and lasting alliance. He clearly showed how important NATO is for our joint security. The transatlantic alliance is a cornerstone of our defense. Lloyd led with a clear goal. He pursued strategic talks and practical teamwork. His work helped build trust and unity among all Western partners. By the way, I remember the first UDCG meeting in Ramstein in another context. I really appreciated and adored a little bit the way you led that conference. The manner of empathy, of reliability, trust, and especially from my perspective, in my case, as a friend, I really admired what you are doing there, because everybody could see how relevant your influence on the auditorium at the table was. Thank you very much for that. And by supporting joint action to address global threats, you helped make NATO a key pillar of global stability. You called on European states to take more responsibility for their own security. I absolutely share this view and have been saying and quoting myself several times, NATO must become more European so it can remain transatlantic. Because of your steady engagement and brilliant diplomacy, you helped restore trust in the transatlantic bond. You set a clear course for the alliance to remain strong and relevant in the future. Your time in office is an example of strong commitment to partnership, shared security, freedom, and democracy, and in your case, especially, very strong leadership. These achievements reflect not only Secretary Austin's strategic vision, but also the strengths of his personal character. He is a man of clear principles and of unwavering loyalty to allies and partners. His life has been defined by dedication, integrity, and leadership. Lloyd Austin's distinguished military and political career spans more than 4 decades. From his service as a 4-star general, commanding United States and coalition forces in the Middle East, to Secretary of Defense in 2021. Beyond politics and institutions, he has proven himself a true friend of Germany, and let me add, a true friend of mine. A companion who believes in our country, who believes in our armed forces and in our role within Europe and the alliance. Dear Lloyd, Germany and the Bundeswehr owe you a great deal. You have stood by us with determination and foresight. You have given new depth and trust to our partnership. It is therefore both my pleasure and a great honor to present you today with the Grand Cross of the Order of Merit of the Federal Republic of Germany. It is a token of our gratitude and deep appreciation for your achievements. Mr. Secretary, please join me and accept this decoration as an expression of our respect, our gratitude, and our enduring friendship.